Alright guys, today I am working on a pair of fullers, drop forge, England. I didn't even know fuller, it says fullers. Fuller tool, I know very well their Japanese brand, but this is English. And it looks in pretty decent shape. So the cutters don't look bad, it's linesman pliers, so I'm going to soak it for about that stupid battery about to go out on me. Oh well. I'm gonna soak it for about an hour, come back to it, and then go from there. Alright guys, this is the Fuller pliers, English, made in England, Fullers. I didn't know Fuller, I have to look it up, I still haven't had time to look it up. But anyways, that was in the Rust-Oleum rust dissolver, and I brushed it off and I let it soak overnight in some water just because I couldn't get to them to do any more. But now I'm going to wire wheel it. I was just going to show, and I was going to Howard Sutton ask questions about my wheels, different types of wheels and stuff. So I was going to go over that real quick. Anyways, go to the wire wheel, and this wire wheel is one of those steel copper coated wheels that I'm going to go over this, and then from there I think I'm going to use a Scotch-Brite wheel, which I'll show that in a minute. Okay ladies and gentlemen, just before I start I want to let you know, those of you that want to use wire wheels, this is a Harbor Freight wheel. I think they all do it. It's a copper or brass coated wire wheel. And once it gets worn, it throws these little bitty wires out. And these are daggers. I mean, they will poke you everywhere. So I do have good vacuum. It keeps 98% of it from getting to me or my face or my clothing, but there's still some that come out at you, so very cautious. Can't emphasize that. So let me start my vacuum and I'll get started. All right, next I'm just going to each station I got. This right here it's an 80 grit belt. I really need a finer belt, but I'll start with the 80. This belt's kind of worn. I'm gonna clean it, turn my vacuum on, and then I'm just gonna run this over a little bit and just show you the difference, and then I'll change to a fiber belt and I'll show that in a minute. I was just going to show you. It's an aggressive belt. I shouldn't have done it. It took the English or England off, left the fuller because it's kind of dented and pressed there, and left part of the drop forge. But I don't care. I don't particularly care. This is just a good used tool. I'm going to use this tool. It's not a trophy piece, so I'm not worried about taking the name. I don't like that it's missing, but it's not going to hurt me. So what I'm going to do here, what I should have done is put a 120 or 200, 220 belt. But what I got here is a fine, and it's I call it Scotch-Brite. It's just a fine, fibrous belt. And that's going to take some of the scratches off. And I'm not sure what grit this is. I think it's closer to 600. So, we turn the vacuum and stuff on, and I'll be right back. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to a fiber wheel. I've said this before, and I cannot remember. This, I believe, is a 600 grit. The one over there, I believe, is a 400, but I'm pretty low on this. You can see the difference, how much I've used it. And all it is, I consider this Scotch-Brite is just glued together. It's just a Scotch-Brite. It's all it is. It's not stone, it's fiber. And you can clean a lot of tools with this. This and a wire wheel, that's all you need. You don't have to polish like I do. I do it because, one, I like clean tools. That's just me. I can't help myself. Anyways, I'll fire this up. I don't use the vacuum on this because really don't need to, but on the polishing wheel, I do use the vacuum just because it creates a lot of dust on the polishing wheel. See, this is the fire wheel on this side. You can see some scratches still from the sanding paper or the belt sander from my 30. It does polish a little bit. There's the side I haven't touched, and there's the second half. Let me finish this and we'll go to the polisher. And you can see that's the fiber wheel on this side. You can see some of the scratches still from the sanding paper or the belt sander, the 1x30. It does polish it a little bit. There's the side that I haven't touched, and there's the side that I have. All right, let me finish this, and then we'll go to the polisher. All right, now I'm going to the polishing wheel, and this is just a 1 inch, I think it was a 1x8. I believe, Can't remember if I got this from the industrial supply store in town or Harbor Freight. Either one, I use either one, it doesn't matter. I do have a thin one here, a real floppy one. I use that for plastic. Screwdrivers, things like that. I don't use it for metal. And then I have a little one over here. This one, while I'm buffing here and putting the compound on this one, after I work an area, I'll run it over this just to buff it up. That's all that is, just a dry pad. It works for me. I like the way I do it. You guys, you know, there's people out there a whole lot better than me. Everything I have here that it's either Harbor Freight or used junk that I bought. What I do is usually I take a saw blade, a Sawzall blade, and I clean up and fluff up the fibers. Just wanted to show you that, I forgot to say, this is this compound, I believe this is the black. I don't know if this is gray or black, doesn't matter, it works about the same. Bought this off Amazon. I personally like the stuff I get from Harbor Freight. For one, it's close, it's easy, I can pick it up anytime I'm in town. I don't have to wait for it, mail order. I get good results with it. And I just wanted to show you, that just hit it for just what? A minute, 2 minutes? That's what I didn't hit. And then that's the side I did hit. And you look closely, you see the scratches. That's the sandpaper belt. I mean, I could have took them out. No need to. This is not a trophy piece. This is a working tool. All my tools, except for maybe 1 or 2 pieces that I own, I use. They're working tools. They're not trophy or pieces of art. Yeah, I maybe go a little overboard and polish and clip, but that's me. I like my tools clean. I am very, I guess, anal about my jobs. When I go to do a job, I have all the tools necessary with me because I don't like walking over my footsteps. I go to the job, have the tools I need, get it done, wipe my tools down, put them back in my box when I'm done. I take my box, like the facility I work at, I take my box everywhere. I roll that cart everywhere with me because I never know at times what I'll need, so I just take everything with me. That being said, I have 2 other huge toolboxes where I can run into something that I need something that I normally don't carry. I either plan ahead and have it, or I have to run. I hate running back over my footsteps. But anyways, that's it. It's, you know, variations of belts. If I would have went sanding belt, went lower grade, or yeah, higher grade sanding belt, I could have went to 300, 600, 800. Could have got all those scratches out and then buffed it. But there's no need to. It's just practice. I like practice. I like buffing because it's makes me think and I practice. Anyways, I'll finish this and then I'll show you what I end up with. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be kind of stupid, I think, but I've never done it. This is birchwood super blue. It's cold bluing. It's supposed to be, anyways. Says to clean it with denatured alcohol. Well, I don't have it. And I'm not driving all the way to town for a little old bottle of denatured alcohol. So, I'm gonna use carburetor cleaner to see how that works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Nobody's gonna die from it. I ain't worried about it. man, I didn't want this stuff to come off. There we go. Anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. It does have rubbing compound on it, I know from the polishing. It goes everywhere. See the black. Opportunity to try something different, even though I'm not doing it right. Been waiting for this stuff for weeks. I don't know where it came from, but oh, you got to be kidding me. All right. Yeah, I don't have Q-tips. My wife gripes because I keep stealing her Q-tips. I guess if that's all she's got to gripe at me about, I'm doing good. I tried to tape these off better. It's not easy taping this stuff off. It says coat it and then put it in water for, let it set for 30 seconds and then put it in water and rinse it and repeat. We definitely blackened it. Set it in some cold water and rinse it off. Pretty sure that's what it said to do. Never done it before. All right. Then it says to hit it with some steel wool. Brand new piece of steel wool. Let's do it again. Ah. It's definitely working. Kind of like the looks of it. I really want it black. Rinse it in the cup for a few seconds. Take this towel and get this off of here. Seems to be working all right. Let's put some more on it. The instructions on the bottle are different than the ones on the brighten area to be reblued with steel wool or abrasive cloth. Dampen again and rinse. Clean again and rinse. Allow to work for 30 seconds. Rinse with cold water. Excuse me. This stuff doesn't smell. I got it. Allergies are getting bad this year. Actually, I like the way it turned out right there. I think I might leave it like this. Not bad. I've never done it before, guys, so bear with me. An idiot with a new toy is dangerous. That's what I was afraid of. The water got up underneath. Ah, shoot. Darn it. Yeah, I screwed up, guys. I got up underneath my polish. Oh well. Yeah, I got way up underneath there. Darn it. Ah. Let's try something here. Yeah, let's clean some of it off. Yeah, I thought taping it would work, but obviously it didn't work very good. The bluing part seemed to work okay. All right, let me go to the polishing wheel and see if I can get some of that off. Be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that polishing wheel took most of that off. But while I'm here, I am throw a little wax on the part that I polished. All right, Mr. Sutton, I hope I covered some things that, you know, you can see. It's not the, you can polish just about any metal. I have polished aluminum. I've done an aluminum gun case once for a friend of mine, and aluminum, man, it's pretty. But nothing, I mean, you don't need high dollar tools. I think I bought one polisher new from Harbor Freight, one was garage sale, the grinder with the wire wheel and the Scotch-Brite wheel on it. I think I got that for $10 at a garage sale. All right, there you go. All right, don't laugh at my bluing. You can see where I screwed up. I'll show you You can see my tape job wasn't very good. Oh well, I don't care. This video was more for Howard Sutton anyways. He had questions about polishing and what I use. Cheap pair of pliers, linesman from England. Oh wait, they're 9-inch, 8-inch. Good pair of pliers actually. They are 8.5. I did notice some damage on the teeth. Not bad. Not where they're not usable. So it's still a usable pair of pliers. The cutters are in really good shape. No damage there. And I mean, the polish job, it's not, that's not 100%. I could have done, you can see, I want to show you, you can see the sand marks from the sanding belt. You can take that out with going up in grits. I did it with a kind of wore out 80 belt. You could have went to a 120, 220, 300, 320, 4, 6, and went on up, and you can really make this shine. So you can see the scratching. You can see. But I don't care. I just want a good clean tool, good usable tool. This is not a piece of art. A piece of art. This is a usable tool. That's what I want. And like I said, these wheels, you can clean almost every tool with a wire wheel and one of these. This is a fiber. It reminds me of Scotch-Brite, a Scotch-Brite pad, just a bunch of Scotch-Brite material that's been glued together. And then these are the fiber belts that I was talking about, that I've got the fine on there. This is the coarse. This one here is coarse. This one, for some reason, will not run on my 1x30 machine. It's too tight, and I can't do an adjustment. The medium, which I think this medium is probably about, 100 grit. And this thing here, it's like a 40 or 50 grit. This is abrasive. And then, sanding belts. These sanding belts, I don't know, this is wore out. I use this one I think this was a 120. You can still use a sanding belt after it's been worn a little bit. Just clean it off. You're not going to get the original grit that you had, but you figure if this was an 80 belt, it's probably closer to a 200 grit now. Anyways, wire wheel it. I use the brass wheels, those coated brass wheels from Harbor Freight, just because I can get them. I use these. I use the fiber belt. I use the 1x30 different grit belts. Usually I like to work with 120. I'm out of 120 belts, and I haven't been to the store to get any. The polishing wheels, different grits. I'll show you the grits that I have. There's Tripoli, there's Brown Rouge, there's red. I don't use them hardly at all. This is the stuff I use. This is Harbor Freight. The black, the gray, and the red. I like this stuff. I bought this big stuff from Amazon. It works okay. I cannot tell a difference from this stuff and this stuff. Somebody out there is gonna probably gripe, complain, but I don't care. My tools, my rules. It works for me. Obviously, it polished. I mean, this is not 100% perfect, but I don't care. It's a usable tool. This is not going to hang on a wall. This is not going to be a conversation piece for somebody to come and look at. It's a tool. It's a lineman pliers. It's made to work with. It's made to use. It's not made to hang on a wall. So Find old junk tools, clean them up, and you have a nice tool. This right here, all day long, brand new. The Kleins are what, 30 bucks, 33 bucks? Yeah, this is not a Klein. Steel quality on this is probably better because this thing's probably made in 1970, 1960. It works, it opens, closes. There's nothing fancy. It's just a good used tool. And I got $1 in it. Maybe $1, my time. Speaking of open and closing, I was going to put a drop of oil down in here. I hope this video don't suck, guys. I'm trying to be better in my videos, but hey, I'm good at my job. I'm not good at making videos. My editing sucks too. I got some of the polishing compound down in. I can feel it's kind of. It doesn't open and close like it did before. Yeah, you can see that's polishing compound down inside there. I should have cleaned it before I polished it. Darn it. Oh well. My bad. Yeah, look at that. See that black? That's polishing compound. The polishing compound will get any nicks and crevices, and that's what comes off. You know, that's what comes off like this. That's polishing compound, that black. But I'm not worried. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm actually going to take this pair to work too. I have a pair at work, and I realized somebody's lifted one of mine out of my box because they left me my junky Chinesium made one. And it's got these rubber coated handles. When you go to grab it and you twist on something, the rubber handles twist. Personally, I would rather have the metal. I don't, unless it's Klein coats or Crescent brand coats, I'd rather have just steel. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end that video there. Howard, Sutton, I hope I answered some of your questions. If I didn't, just message me, tell me if you want to see something specifically. I don't mind showing you. I make these videos. I've got to clean a tool anyway, so I'll make a video when I do it. So, Rusty Guy, thanks for this. I think you're the one that referred me to this, so I bought it. I kind of like it. I'm going to have to practice. I suck at bluing, obviously. I'll work on it a little bit more. I need practice. It's kind of like anything else. You just got to do it. Anyways, guys, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe if you like. If you don't watch my video. If you like what you saw, let me know. If I did something, if I can do something better, let me know. And Mr. Sutton, I hope I answered some of your questions. That's a good pair of pliers. I don't care who you are. And $1 in about 30 minutes of my time. All right, bye guys.